Direct, and today I am excited to announce that we have our new teammate Chuck with us, and we're going to do a ride-along video in 360 format with the ZT-10. Want to point out that since this is a 360 video, that means that you can click and drag your window on the video player to change the viewpoint of the camera. You can actually see what's behind you, in front of you, to the left, to the right, by clicking and dragging the window on your smartphone or your desktop. Actually, if you're on a smartphone, you could just hold your phone out in front of you and start turning left and right, and you'll see the viewpoint of the camera angle changes with you. This is what we call a virtual test drive. It's very immersive, feels like you're almost riding the scooter. So without further ado, we're going to take this zero-turn scooter for a ride out in the parking lot and show you some of its features. It goes about 7 miles per hour, and we're going to leave the spec sheet in the link below so you can learn all about it. Let's get started. All right, so I'm getting on the scooter. As you can see, the dash has a traditional battery meter. I have the hazard lights on. I'm going to turn them off. We have the Delta control, which means you can use one hand on either the right or the left. You can use one hand with the right lever to pull back and you go forward, or you can push forward on that lever to go backwards. But if you're left-handed, you just do the opposite with your left hand. Push forward to go forward, pull back to go back. Do we have a horn here? Some turn signals, speed control knob, which allows you to go into eco mode, EV mode, and sport mode. I'm gonna keep it in the middle on EV mode. Let's go for a ride. This mobility scooter is very unique in that it has two motors, which allows the scooter to turn on a dime. It almost rotates in place like a wheelchair. So you may notice on the back of the scooter, I'm just gonna close the door now, there's two brake levers, unlike most scooters that only have one. So because this scooter has two motors, you're gonna have two yellow brake levers, and those levers must be in the drive position, just like all mobility scooters made by Pride. It's gonna have an electromagnetic braking system, so you don't have to actually worry about hitting the brake pedal or using a hand brake. It just brakes automatically as soon as you let go of the throttle lever. Watch, I'm gonna show you. Automatically just brakes. So if you're on a hill and you run out of battery, you're not gonna roll down that hill uncontrollably, okay? It's a safety feature. So if you turn your scooter on and it starts beeping at you and it doesn't move, that's probably just the scooter telling you that the yellow lever is not in the drive position. So the ZT-10 has a couple of seat options, very comfortable 20-inch wide deluxe seat that I highly recommend. It's the one that we have. You can get a stock chair, and there are several accessories that you could see on our website. Check it out with the link in the description so you could see what's available. I'm gonna demonstrate the turning ability on this scooter. I'm just gonna get in the shade because we are in Florida and it's a little hot out here. So I'm gonna start doing a U-turn right here, and you can see Chuck behind us if you turn the viewpoint of the camera. We're both gonna do some synchronized U-turns. All right, so we're doing synchronized scooting here. So if you turn the handlebars on these scooters, they almost turn at a perpendicular angle compared to the rear wheels. And you can see this scooter is pretty much rotating in place. It's really got a sharp turning ability, and Chuck does too on his. So because it has two motors, what happens is the back two wheels go in the opposite direction of one another, and it allows the rear of the scooter to stay almost perfectly in place while the front's just rotating around it. So like a ride-along lawnmower, the ride-along lawnmowers actually have the same setup, and that's why you can actually get a lawnmower that has zero-turn technology. Two motors that allow the back two wheels to go into the opposite direction of one another, really allow you to get into those tight corners and make some tight turns. So that's what the benefit is here of having a zero-turn scooter. I mean, with a four-wheel scooter, normally you wouldn't be able to make these types of cuts, but I mean, I'm just getting through here like an obstacle course. And remind you that this is actually a heavy-duty, full-size mobility scooter, not some little rinky-dink travel scooter. So all in all, and I'm gonna go over this little bump here, see what happens. Handles really well with the suspension. and I'm pretty sure I could cut it out of here really easily, which is pretty impressive for a full-size scooter. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the speed up, and Chuck and I are gonna do a little race. What do you think?
I don't know. I think I've got you on this one. Maybe I got a little bit less.
He's got the lightweight rig, but
yeah.
I think the motor on this one's a little more powerful. However, I think I'm packing on a little more weight. So let's see. We're gonna do a race off. Go ahead, Chuck. I'll go after you.
Here we go. I'm up.
Full speed. You got your speed dial up. All right.
Dial's all the way up.
So this scooter, the Zero Turn 10's rated for 7 miles per hour. I may have cheated. I didn't tell Chuck.
Hey.
His only goes 5 miles per hour, but you know, it's okay. We wanted to do a little demo. So in other words, if you get the ZT10 and you have a need for speed, you're gonna be the winner. You're gonna be feeling good. Unlike Chuck there in the ZT8, which is a great scooter, but I don't know, I guess it's for slow pokes. I'm just kidding. It's actually a really good scooter too, particularly if you want to go to a theme park. That scooter that Chuck is on, the Zero Turn 8, is probably the best choice because it's got that turning ability with the two motors, very compact. You can take it apart and put it in the trunk of even a small car like a Passat or a small Cadillac, a Jetta. I've seen it, it's possible. So all in all, guys, these two mobility scooters are fantastic. The main difference between the Zero Turn 10 and the Zero Turn 8 is that the Zero Turn 8 is more travel friendly. This scooter is not as travel friendly. To take this thing apart is gonna take 2 people in most cases, especially if you wanna fit it into the trunk of a car. So we're gonna do one more thing here before we conclude our ride along video. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go on grass and we're gonna show you how it performs on grass. So I'm just gonna cut it here. Remember, when you're on grass, you wanna kinda always have a little bit of speed. You don't wanna traverse onto grass going slow. As long as you have some speed and you go from sidewalk to grass, these things perform great. But when you go slow and try to go to a dead stop and then take off while on grass that's kind of uneven and soft, you might have some trouble depending on the type of scooter you have. Most of them work great. This one works fantastically when going on grass. It is an excellent scooter for going on grass and off-road, not necessarily like aggressive off-road, like you don't want to go rock climbing, but you can handle grass no problem. So I'm going to go ahead and bring us in now. Just give me a second here to get the door. And with the turning ability, getting through here is not going to be a problem. With other 4-wheel mobility scooters, you kind of have to do a couple of 3-point turns, but with this one, I mean, it just cuts those turns so nicely. All right, so we concluded our little test drive, and I just wanted to do a little walk around to give you different angles. Again, whether you're on a desktop or a mobile phone, you can actually change the viewpoints of your camera on a smartphone. Just move your phone around. It has a sensor on it that knows if you're tilting it right, left, up, or down. And you have 360 degrees of viewing capabilities. This is some of the newest camera technology out there, and we are pushing video content out with it because it really does provide an immersive test drive experience unlike any other YouTube channel out there. So we hope you all are enjoying. There are the 2 brake levers for the Zero Turn 8, which is a smaller travel-friendly version of the Zero Turn 10. And here you can see the 2 brake levers as well. They do need to be in the drive position for the scooter to work. Showing you here, it does have some nice grippy tires. That's why it was handling so well on the grass. All in all, this is a great mobility scooter. We love it. We have it for sale, tax-free, free shipping, and of course, the best customer service in town. Give us a call if you have any questions whatsoever, or visit our website, mobilitydirect.com. I'm Sergio. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.